Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are at. Welcome to Mentor Mornings, my friend. So what would happen if you knew that you could influence your mood the way that you were feeling on those days that you woke up feeling like absolute dog poop? Well, okay, James Allen says, we can only rise, conquer, and achieve by lifting our thoughts. We can only remain weak, abject, and miserable by refusing to lift our thoughts. So James Allen was an author during the early 1900s, and he passed away in 1912, and wouldn't you know it, James Allen did not have a lot of recognition while he was alive. Hey, Dira, how you doing, brother? So he didn't have a lot of recognition while he was alive, but of course, after he passed, like suddenly his work became like this masterpiece of inspirational thought, and he has led like this massive movement of creating inspirational works. A lot of people go back and refer to his works. So, what do you do on the days that you wake up feeling depressed, angry, or miserable? Like, do you have a strategy? Do you have something in place that you can say, okay, look, I'm not up to par today. This is what I'm gonna do. Or do you think, man, today's just gonna suck? And then you just go through the day kind of feeling like miserable. Is that how that works? So this is what we're gonna cover today, is that, guys, you don't have to go through the day feeling that way. You can shift your physiology, you can shift the state of mind by using some very simple tools that you can put into place so that you know when you're feeling that way, you have an action plan. If you guys appreciate this video, please hit that thumbs up button because it helps me get in front of more eyeballs. And if you aren't already subscribed, do so, because I come on here 6 days a week with Mentor Mornings, helping you own your journey and fuel your day. That's what this is about, guys. All right, let's jump into this. So James Allen is telling us that we have the option to lift our thoughts, and that if we do not, we will be unable to genuinely pursue the interests, the passions, the achievements, the accomplishments, the things that we really want to accomplish inside of our life. How we feel inside of our mind dictates what we get, the results that we get from the world around us. And so many people, guys, so many people are stuck inside of these disempowering states that do not allow them to contribute and do the things that will feed and fuel and give passion to their soul and their life. And what else is there inside this world other than that? Ultimately, when every day ends, it comes down to, how do we feel? What is our experience of life? What I always call, what is the flavor of our life? How can we change that flavor? If the flavor of our life is bland, let's spice it up a bit. And so this is a tool. This is something that you can put inside of your life. You can write it down, and when you wake up in the morning, like, bam, I'm gonna use this. So if we're lacking energy, we remain weak and miserable, he says, by refusing to lift our thoughts. Now, isn't that a funny play on words, guys? Because I'm sure that you've experienced this, as I have, is that, like when I'm feeling down and miserable and angry and frustrated or whatever, like the last thing that I want to do is, I don't want to think happy thoughts. Like, dang it, I'm comfortable inside of my misery. And that's kind of a funny dynamic, isn't it? Is that when we're feeling miserable and angry and we want to come out the other side, like we don't want to feel this way, but at the same time, it's like, oh, we don't want to put the effort into shifting it. It's kind of a weird dynamic. So how do we go about shifting that? And this is where the command of thought comes in. So I'm going to give you guys three real tools that you can use, because we're not given like an instruction manual at birth, are we? Like, if we did, that would be so helpful. Like, hey, this is how you operate your human body. Like, when you're feeling this way, this is what you can do to move it here. If there was an instructional manual, guys, these three would be in it. There's no doubt, because it's been proven by science. This isn't just fluff. These are real things that influence our body on a deeply physiological and hormonal level. Like, this is real stuff, guys. So Marcus Aurelius, he was alive during, what was it, like right around zero, the time of zero, about the time that Jesus came on the scene. And he says, dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Marcus Aurelius, he not only was a man of great worldly power, but he was also very wise. He was known for his wisdom and for his righteous rule. And he struggled a lot with health. Even though that he had all of this power and all of this command, he struggled with health. He suffered a lot. And so he knew that by focusing on what is good, we get something different. So we're going to talk about the first tool, is called a pattern interrupt. And this is a pattern interrupt, can be many things. Like, I just did a live recording over on my Facebook group, and somebody says, oh, I use music for that, you know, like, so music, awesome pattern interrupt. Another awesome pattern interrupt, and this is the one that I use, is I force myself to think about, not only just think about, but to think about, to visualize, and to feel, to force myself to feel three things that I'm grateful about, and then I cover why. Why am I grateful for these things? Like, what is this giving me inside of my life? What makes this so special, so important? Why do I feel these feelings? And by doing that, guys, what we're doing is we're breaking that negative feedback loop, that downward spiral of frustration or the negative feelings that we're feeling. We break our minds away from that and we shift the focus to something positive for an extended period of time. And what that does is it's like that spiral that we're on, we shoot off the side and we go somewhere else. And we give ourselves the opportunity. Will it cure frustration, anger, depression, feeling miserable? No. But will it give you an opportunity to pull out of it? Yes. Yes, it will. So the first thing is establish a pattern interrupt inside of your life. And you can get creative in choosing what that is, but this is a great one. So let's jump to number two. Number two is something called the breath of fire, and you may have heard of this. So what we do for the breath of fire is to keep it simple, to keep it quick. Any kind of movement in the body. The first one, the pattern interrupt, is for the mind. The second one, the breath of fire, it's for physiology. It's for your body. So if we can change the state of the body, it influences and impacts our minds. So the breath of fire is a quick, easy way. Look, you go in for a 30-minute run, that's going to do the same thing. Or you can knock this thing out in a span of 5 to 10 minutes. So what I recommend doing for this step is to do 3 sets of 30 breaths. So the way that I recommend doing that is just, when you breathe in, a quick rundown on how to do the breath of fire. You breathe in through your nose forcefully into your belly so that your belly expands. And then you breathe out, you force the breath out of your mouth, while at the same time contracting your belly button towards the back of your spine. And so what you're doing is, 1, you're oxygenating your body. 2, you're massaging the organs and the things inside of your body that influence how we feel. And the second thing is you're changing the physiology. So in through the nose, fill your belly, out through your mouth while contracting your belly button. So you do 3 sets of 30 reps. You do those in succession with about a 1-minute break in between each one. That'll instantly change the physiology of your body. Now the last one, guys, number 3, and this has been proven and established by multiple studies, is that 20 to 30 minutes inside of nature will have a significant impact on your brain chemistry. So it'll actually change the hormones and the things that are inside of your brain to uplift your mood. And guys, this is real, that's measurable. So all 3 of these, pattern interrupt, changing your body physiology, and then spending 30 minutes walking inside of nature, those 3 things combined will have a significant impact on how you feel. And just think about how much better you could move through your day, changing that flavor of your day by taking these 3 steps if you wake up inside a negative state. Now the other thing that I want to talk about is, what if you just made this part of your morning routine? What if this is just how you woke up every morning, so that every morning you woke up with power? Every morning you are at peak state and you could go forward that way. Like, we have command over our brain and our body function. Like, we are in charge of that. And to snap out of that doom spiral of depression or fatigue or anger, we honor our feelings, we give the body what it needs, and then the third thing is we shift our focus. That's it, guys. That's how we do it. All right, so if you want to know what it takes to create change inside your home, community, or country, grab the new free ebook that I wrote. It's down below inside of the description. It's powerful, guys. It's super powerful. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button, and because it gets in front of more people, and I would love for this message to get out there, guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow on Rise Unconquered, guys.